and many more.
Thank you for all being here. This is so fun. And I hope this isn't a vote of confidence, one candle.
It's a very powerful candle, Auntie.
You put them all on, but I won't tell you how many there were. It's just a special birthday, and thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Auntie.
Okay, I think I can handle this.
Yay!
While you're cutting the cake, when Ann and Madeline and Louise and I first talked about having this luncheon celebration, there was a very strict rule put on Madeline and Louise and myself. And that was that there was to be no remarks here today. None whatsoever. So about a week ago, about a week ago, I went to a store and I was very fortunate indeed and somewhat surprised to find exactly what I wanted to get. It's a badge of courage, similar to the one that the Cowardly Lion wore in The Wizard of Oz. But Ann and Madeline and Louise and Frank and I do most sincerely want to thank you for being here today. It really does mean an awful lot to us to have so many relatives here with us and so many dear friends to celebrate this special birthday, and I have not been told which one it is. They say that I haven't, my security does not allow me to know that. But Ann and I would really be remiss if we didn't say a word of thanks to a lady here who is legally our sister-in-law, but in the reality who is really our sister, and that is Kevin, who is here from California with her dear daughter and our special niece, Lene. And they came here supposedly as a surprise, but it really wasn't a surprise to any of us, because there's no place that Lene would be today except here with her dear auntie. There is no place that Kevin would be here today except with her sister. We also want to say a special thanks to our cousin here, Ann's cousin, Sister Deborah Hughes. Debbie is a sister of St. Joseph from Philadelphia, and for the past 15 years, you told me yesterday, for the past 15 years has been laboring, and that is exactly the word to use, has been laboring in the Catholic Diocese of Jackson, Mississippi. For the past 14 years, Debbie has been superintendent of schools in Jackson. In any given year, I would have to guess that Debbie probably puts more miles on her car than many truckers do going over the road. But the nice thing about her miles is her time in the car is that Ann and I benefit from that also, because she frequently calls us. And if we are not at home, the next call goes to either Madeline or to Louise with the simple question, where are your parents? hate to say this, but I think Ann and I have probably earned this attention that we get from Debbie, and certainly from Madeline and Louise, because there have been one or two occasions when we have slipped in unannounced, without any reservations, to an emergency room here in one of the local hospitals. So they do keep track of us. But Ann and I also want to say a special thank you to Madeline and Frank and Louise for not all that they do for us all of the time, but for all they did to put on this special day for their mother. Also, I could not say something about our smiling granddaughter back there, Elizabeth, and our dear David. Here he is over here. Our dear David. They are just, we just love them so much. We are happy to be part of their lives and happy to have them as part of our lives here today. You guys are just great.
Sweet.
Can I have one story?
He's very
One story. I'm entitled to when I'm Irish.
Yes, you are. Have courage, Uncle. Have courage. Have courage.
Courage, right?
God go with you, Uncle.
Thank you very much. When I was dating Ann, I was always impressed by how much her dad just really idolized her and was just always keenly interested in everything that was going on in her life, as was her mother. One time I was at their home and Dr. Hannigan heard me call Ann Sam. And after I left, he hastily asked Ann, "Why is Paul calling my daughter Sam?" And I understand that Ann smiled and rather demurely said that it stands for Sweet Ann Margaret. Happy birthday, Sam. Where did I get it? Over at the costume store on Bethel Road. They have everything in there you could possibly want. The costume